wanted, a Trump-allied billionaire family, the Ellisons, who own Paramount overseeing CBS, now we're learning moments ago has won a bid for Warner Brothers Discovery, including CNN. They're beating out Netflix, which had all but tried to close this deal, but they have dropped out after Paramount raised its bid. This is a huge media story, from the Wall Street Journal to the Washington Post on the politics of it, to how you will watch Warner movies or HBO and who will own CNN. The Netflix CEO was at the White House today discussing their interest in closing their deal. They'd put up many billions, but they've been beat out. This is an outcome that Donald Trump and many MAGA allies view as favorable. It continues on the clashes over Colbert and CBS. The folks who own CBS now are winning and gearing up to take control of Warner Media empire, including CNN. Back with us is someone who knows all about a free press, Eugene Robinson, the Pulitzer Prize-winning longtime Washington Post veteran. Gene, I want to put this in plain English, then we can always get into the weeds. The folks that Colbert has been fighting with, the folks who've been gutting, according to many longtime independent journalists, what CBS and 60 Minutes means, tonight, new as of the last 5 minutes, they're going to get control of the Warner Brothers media empire, including CNN. Your view of this big development?
Well, I think many of us who are in the news business, who are journalists, are worried and are concerned about what might happen to CNN and whether they get the CBS treatment, essentially, a clear tilt in a rightward direction. I think that's one big question. The other big question is just the larger story about consolidation, Hollywood consolidation, and I think this is a huge story for Hollywood in general. These were like two huge independent movie studios, movie and television studios. First Paramount, and now Warner. These are huge Hollywood institutions that now have been swallowed by the Ellisons.
They've been swallowed by the Ellisons. Larry Ellison's one of the richest people in the world and has been close to Trump. You mentioned what's happened at CBS. Defenders of these kind of deals say this is what the, quote, market wanted, that there was going to be consolidation and not every product will be treated the same. That's sort of the defenders, and I want to quote that, and that's been discussed at length, including in D.C. and on Wall Street. Critics, and we've hosted both sides on here, we've had experts about this story the last several weeks, critics say, look, there's a reason why monopolies and duopolies are disfavored, whether that comes to freedom of thought and speech or the actual politics, and they say that you should expect CNN to get the CBS treatment. Do you have a view on that, or is it too early to tell?
Well, of course, it's too early to tell for sure. But I think in general, this sort of extreme consolidation is a bad thing. I think it's a bad thing for the country. It is good to have, let 1,000 lights shine, let 1,000 voices be heard. You lose a sort of diversity of voices. Inevitably, there's going to be cost cutting and consolidation because recall what happened. David Ellison, Larry Ellison's son, started with a small company called Skydance. It ate a much larger company in Paramount, and now Paramount is eating this huge company, Warner Brothers, and the first order of business is going to be cutting everything. There are going to be huge cuts, just as there are cuts coming at CBS News that will be serious. And again, I think that is not good for the public in terms of what it does to the journalism. I think it's not good for the public in terms of what it does to the variety of entertainment offerings that we get. I think this sort of consolidation tends to deaden the whole media space in a way that is harmful.
Right, and it comes with a backdrop of a lot of government pressure. It's a complex story. There were folks who said, hey, the Netflix side might not get through European regulators and other things. It's not all about us in America. But it comes on a day when, as reported, you had Netflix leadership at the White House. You had Trump and some of his allies saying, they liked the changes to CBS. They wanted more change. Trump has posted about that very blatantly, and they want that change at CNN. Here we go.